my mother, who I'm living with at the moment. As you can see, my lovely long brown hair, green eyes. Very easily mistaken for a human rather than an elf. The only thing that looks healthy about me, elfish human, is my ears. I moved to the town approximately a year ago, after my father's concerns for my safety in my hometown of Rouen. I've come to live with my mildly estranged brother, and got to know all of you.
Alright. Next up, Dan.
Okay, I have a question first. What town are we in?
You are in the town of Sabletown.
Sabletown, okay.
Yes.
Well, we don't live here. We're just here for a meetup to drink and be merry, right? Or do we live in Sableton too?
Most of you should have grown up here or recently traveled here through your origins that you picked.
Okay. Alright, well, my name is Davkis, and I am a cleric, although I've recently had a falling out with the church as I've found some of their rules to be a little too Puritan for my taste, let's say. I just don't find a lot of the rules that we're supposed to follow as being important, and so I've kind of distanced myself from the church. I still pray, I still follow my God, but I don't agree with the way that people are running the church and their attitudes towards people of different races and lifestyles. Just doesn't seem important for me for people to do that. So I've kind of distanced myself from the organization of the church, although I still follow the lifestyle of a holy man, and I do good whenever I can. I do, and part of that is I have a childhood friend named Arundar who was arrested 10 years ago, and he had a girlfriend who decided she didn't want to be with him anymore, so she accused him of rape, and the authorities tried to arrest him, and he fled the authorities and was eventually caught and imprisoned. And part of my mission is to relocate him and to find out whether he is guilty or not, because I don't think he would ever do something like that. And so I've enlisted some of my friends here to help me with that pursuit.
Okay. Alright, next up, Truman.
Okay, her name is Salinas Violent. She's a half-elf with kind of dusky gray skin, long straight black hair. She stands about 5'4" inches tall, weighing around 119 pounds with violet eyes. She wears black leathers. She's carrying a short bow slung over her left shoulder, quiver of arrows across her back, a rapier on her right hip, 2 daggers on her left. She is not a local, but was found as an infant in the forest and raised by her surrogate father, Evril Malin, who's known as Blackheart in Sabletown. Which is where she's been ever since. I guess I'll stop there. Oh, at times she's prone to weep tears of blood, and she has nosebleeds.
All right, John. You're next.
He or she? Did you say he? She. She. Okay.
Alright, well, I came up with a much simpler, so I don't have very many details. But Tucker Whisper is a fair-skinned elf, but wears dark leathers and dark clothes. He has a rapier, a short sword, and other finesse weapons strapped to his side. You guys came to know Tucker. He was an orphan at a young age, so he has no knowledge of his parents or his origins. He was raised by the innkeeper as one of the miscellaneous dozens of orphan kids raised by the innkeeper here. But other than that, easygoing fellow, not necessarily bad-hearted, pretty in the middle on the fence on issues, so he's pretty easy to get along with.
Okay. All right. These guys are waiting around, looking for the two other people that usually show up at the table. Before you guys usually talk over what's going on, and before you head out and do your own things.
Hey Keith, can
Yeah?
I interrupt for a second?
Go for it.
What? Who is who on? Who's token on here? I don't see names for anybody except mine.
Mine's the same way. I only see my own name.
Yeah,
Wow. Huh.
I'm that guy.
Hold on, let me see here.
Oh, hey, I'm moving next to. Alright, there, right next to Dominic.
Oh, I can see your name now. Aha.
Hold on.
And Truman, you're the thief. You're the rogue, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
That's my name. The red. Red thief.
Oh, alright, there we go.
I see 3 names, and okay, there we go.
Excellent.
Okay.
Cool, thanks Keith. Sorry to interrupt there.
Oh, no problem. I
figured
didn't.
out who was who here.
Yeah, I didn't realize that setting I need to put on there real quick. So, okay. Anyhow, the serving girl. She comes over. Some of you guys know her by the name of Marina. She comes over and she motions at the 2 empty chairs. She goes, "Where are your friends at?"
Gone broke.
Have fun. I love you. Have fun.
Have fun.
I love you. Yeah, the family unit is
Okay. Hit it
going
out.
off to swim. I'm
Gotcha.
alone.
Alright. You back, Dom?
I'm back.
Okay. Alright, so the servant girl that some of you have come to know, Marina, comes by and she motions at the 2 empty chairs and asks where your friends are. You know, one of them is Johath, and the other one is Talon. And you notice, and you guys recall, over the last couple days, Talon, Michelle, has been acting really strange and has been kind of distancing himself from you guys.
Oh, getting a lot of feedback there.
Yep.
Keep for Rooney. Okay, so we have Dohas, D-O-H-A-S.
Yes, Johas.
Oh, Joha, the J.
With the J. And the other one is Talon Vachel.
Tome, Michelle.
the innkeeper, Walter, he strolls over, and he goes, "Did you boys by any chance see those weird lights last night during the thunderstorm? It almost looked like a ghost, or maybe a ghost carriage or something went hauling butt through town late last night, sometime after midnight. I could have sworn I saw some hellhounds or something pulling it."
What color were these lights?
Looked like fire, dancing fire in the sky.
It's ominous.
Dancing fire. Nice.
You guys didn't see it?
No, I didn't. I was sleeping.
Oh, wow. Huh. Well, maybe it was just my imagination. Or maybe I was sleepwalking.
So I'll rove through my knowledge of nature and see if I can figure out if there's anything like that I've ever heard of.
Oh, I got a message also for you boys and girls. Sorry. Sheriff von Linkster, he stopped by early this morning, and he said he had to go take care of some Sylvani nobles that came into town last night, and they're causing a big old stink about something. But anyhow, Talon Vachel's parents were wanting the sheriff to go out looking for Talon, because supposedly he left in the middle of the night. They think he may have ran away, but he's tied up with the nobles, and he was wanting to know if you boys and girls wouldn't mind helping him out and see if you could go out and find out where he went to and bring him back home.
Well,
He
I
is one
definitely
of your
want to speak
friends.
to him first. We've known our family are also nobles and have known him for a long time, and I'd like to get the information from his mouth, I think.
From who? Talon?
From von Linzer.
Oh, the sheriff? Like I said,
Yeah.
he's busy right now. He's tied up with those Sylvani nobles that came into town late last night.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, he left that note, and he was wondering if you guys wouldn't mind going out trying to find where Talon ran off to in the middle of the night. So it's up to you.
Who's Talon again?
Talon Vachel, he's another youngster in town that you guys normally sit down at the table with.
Okay, I had Talon for some reason.
Yeah, and like you guys have recalled, he's been growing distant, and he's been kind of like pulling away from everybody. Been real quiet lately. And now it looks like he may have ran away.
So Johas and Talon are nowhere to be found in town.
Correct.
Do we know anybody that may have seen them? I'll ask the innkeeper. Do you know where these two might have gone?
Those two youngsters, I don't recall them saying they, were planning on going anywhere. I don't recall them mentioning family anywhere. I mean, their whole family lives here in town.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up and ask. Hey, anybody seen Johas or Talon anywhere?
The bouncer at the other end of the inn, he kind of perks his ear up, and he comes over. He's wiping out a mug, and so Talon, that tall, thin, skinny boy. Yeah, he's been mentioning something about some new organization that I think I heard him saying that he got an invitation to. and he was going to go check them out. But I don't recall who he was referring to or where they could be, because I've never seen anybody come through town talking to him or anything.
Should we perhaps check out this house and see if we can find any clues as to who this mysterious group might be?
That was my thought.
Or does the innkeeper know anything about it? Or the serving girl know anything about a new group or order?
They both overhear it, and when you ask that, they're both shaking their heads, and they're like, "I've never heard of no organization, secret organization."
Let's always search the home and see if we can find a copy of this invitation.
Gotcha. Innkeeper Walter, he kind of clears his throat and he speaks out. He goes, if you're going by his house, it might be a good place to start the search. I know his father's out looking for him, Sheriff was saying, and his mother's at home though, so she's probably there. You could talk to her probably.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Alright.
I'm going for it.
Okay, so you guys are all going to head out and go to Talon's house and talk to their parents?
Yeah. Hold on, I can't hear you guys. Okay, sorry about that.
No problem. Alright, so you're headed out to Talon's house. So anyhow, you guys are walking down the road out to the house. It's real muddy. There's still a lot of standing water from all the rain that dropped last night. The rain has finally died down. The sun's starting to come out, and you can start hearing the birds starting to chirp and whatnot. You get up to the house, and you see several tracks that are heading out towards the east. Up on the porch of the house, you see Talon's mother over there, and it looks like she's plucking feathers from a chicken, and she's scanning, and she sees you guys coming, and she greets you guys. What can I do for you boys?
For this one?
No.
Okay.
No map.
Said hello, my lady. I heard that Johas and Talon have not been seen lately, and we're interested in talking to them as soon as possible. Do you know where they may have gone?
Johas, I didn't even know he was missing. But Talon, our son, it appears that he ran off last night in the middle of the storm. I'm worried to death. I sent his father out to look for him, and she motions out in the direction where the tracks lead off to. He left at first light to go out searching for him. The sheriff also came out here briefly and said he'd send somebody to go out looking for him. Are you guys gonna go find my boy and bring him back?
Yes, we'd like to take a look at his room first, if possible, so we can see if there's any clue left behind as where he may have gone. Somebody mentioned at the inn that there was an organization that has started recruiting, and he may have received an invitation and may have followed up on that. Do you know anything about that?
I thought he really didn't have a whole lot of friends. As far as I know, you guys are the only ones he ever really talked to. I don't remember him meeting up with anybody.
He has no friends.
Strange.
Do you mind us taking a look at his room and seeing if there may be any clues that might lead us to him?
Go ahead. It's just in the door there to the left. So you guys go in to investigate, or?
Who's our best spotter?
Let's see.
I'm pretty good perception-wise.
Take a look at this sheet here. Search. I am proficient and experienced in search. I don't know if that matters.
My perception's pretty good too.
Okay, so you guys going in then, or are you staying outside, or?
I want to go in.
Let's go in there.
Yeah, we'll all truck on inside.
Okay, so you guys all head inside and into his room to the left there. It's just a real room. He's got a bed in there, and it looks like a small little dresser. That's all he's got. There's also a window that heads outside, and it's currently open.
I'm doing a search of his room. Thank you, babe. With my perception, I rolled a 27.
What exactly are you searching?
Dressers, drawers, anywhere any kind of invitation could have been stashed.
Okay, an active
Floorboards.
search actually takes intelligence.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I can make a search. You want me to search for that stuff?
I'm dropping out of that. My intelligence is crap.
Yeah, I'm a retard myself, but I'll make a check.
Should I just roll anyways, just for grins and giggles?
It's up to you. Okay, so what are you guys searching first?
The dresser drawer, I would guess, or maybe he has a nightstand.
Okay, so you're searching the little dresser in there next to his bed? Okay.
Yep.
Alright, you start rummaging through there. There's some clothes in there, but you notice quite a few of the clothes are missing. And you do find a note in there. Looks like it's been half burnt. Like he may have caught it on fire and then decided not to burn it all up. And it says something about meeting up near Vesker Woods, and then the directions to there says head east towards Vesker Woods at the large rock, head north, and then the rest of it is all burned up.
The rest of it's all what?
All burnt.
Alright. Of course, yeah, I'm showing this off to the group. You know what? Let's make a search of the rest of the room, just in case he hid something under a pillow, in his pockets of any pants or any coat pockets, anything like that. Quick, drop a check roll on that.
So
How are you
tell
guys
me
rolling those checks?
So
On your sheet, where you have your character sheet, right next to the skill, like say you have search, and it shows proficiency experience, and then right next to it's got the check.
Ah, cool.
Click that box, got miscellaneous values you can add to it, which I'm not adding any, and then hit submit. Good job.
Sweet.
okay, now I heard you list all sorts of things you were searching.
Yes.
And you got to be more specific. You can't say I'm searching the whole room. Here's one search check. You need to be specific
No,
and
I
what
was mentioning,
exactly
like,
you're searching.
Underneath pillows.
Okay,
any
search
pockets
check.
for, like, okay. Hang on.
That's what I'm getting at. You're listing all these things, but
Okay, anything under a pillow?
okay, no. You look through the pillows. Look through the coats. Actually, you don't find a coat. His coat's gone.
Yeah.
And you notice most of his clothes are not there. There's not a whole lot left in his room.
So wherever he went, he knew he'd been going for an extended period.
It would appear so.
And yet he didn't tell anyone he was going. Suspicious.
Alright, well, I think we got at least enough to start on.
Make our way to the woods and see if
Have we
can
checked
trace
everything
the
yet?
steps.
Have you checked what?
Have we forgotten to check anywhere, guys? So you mentioned several things there. Yeah, maybe we should check under the mattress. Are there any chests of any kind, or?
No, the only furniture that's in the room is just a small room. It's just barely large enough to fit his bed and his dresser. There's no other furniture
Are there
there.
any loose floorboards?
Give me a search check.
With intelligence?
Yep.
Oh, that's crap. Alright.
That's a respectable roll.
Alright. You spend the next 10 minutes or so looking at the floorboards, making sure none of them are loose, and it looks like the floor is pretty intact. So.
Okay. Well,
Alright.
In that case, it would be best if we head off towards the woods and see if we can figure out where he went from the instructions.
Maybe we should reveal what we found to his mother before we leave and see if she has any input.
Also, so that if the sheriff returns, he can be let know what's happened.
Yeah, let him know we're leaving, because if we don't come back, then they'll know to come look for us.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you're gonna relay that information to his mother then?
Yeah.
Okay. And she bids you good luck, and she says, "Oh, just a minute," and she goes back into the house, and she comes out with a basket, like a little picnic basket, and she hands it to your character, Dan.
Okay.
And she lifts up a cloth on it, and it's got a bunch of like cornbread muffins and whatnot. She goes, "Just so you have enough food while you're out and about, please bring my
How
son
much does it
home."
weigh?
It's about a couple pounds, 2 pounds, let's say.
2-pound food basket.
I'd say there's about a dozen muffins in there.
Alright, we're gonna be cutting muffins soon. Alrighty, I got it in my character sheet here.
well, there's one more house we can check for clues in. Ain't there?
What's that?
Isn't there one more house we can search for clues?
Our other friends.
We know where Johas lives.
Yeah, he lives. It's about half a mile down the road.
Oh, let's check that place out.
All right. So you guys head down towards Joe Haas's house, and you come down there, and as you guys are getting closer, you see some smoke in the distance, and it's a dark, foul smoke coming from the area. And you guys near a bend, and there's some trees that were originally blocking the view. And as you turn the bend, you see where the homestead was for Johas, and it looks like the house burnt down sometime during the night, and it's currently smoldering.
Even while it was raining, huh?
Yes.
Oof. Not a natural fire for sure.
I give you a stealth check there, Keith. I'm into the shadows.
All right. You guys look around, and all of a sudden, Truman has disappeared.
Does anybody know why Truman disappeared? Is he gone?
Now we have one more to look for.
Yeah, what the hell? He didn't say anything. He just disappeared on us.
Dang it. Okay.
He doesn't say anything, huh?
That wouldn't be very sneaky.
Well, let's go to his house.
Tucker, are you
Check the
here?
smoldering wreckage.
What was that about Tucker?
I'm just calling out to Tucker. Are you still here?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay. All right. Good. Salinas, are you here anywhere? Silence.
Just throw a rock in a general direction.
That's what I'm ready to type in the chat right now. Shovel a pebble or something out there across their path.
Yeah, sneaky elves disappearing on us. Alright, we gotta look at this fire. We gotta see what's going on in there. See if there's anything left. Look for signs of unnatural fire. Yeah, see if there's any bodies.
We can loot them.
Okay, so you guys are going to approach.
Hot loot.
You guys are going to approach the house then?
Yeah, for me, I'd like to.
Yeah, I'll go along too.
All right. So you guys approach the house. I need everyone to give me a spot check, please. That would be under wisdom.
Spot check. Would that be perception?
Yes.
Under wisdom. Okay, so we do check.
I spot nothing.
So is that going to be perception or just straight wisdom?
It'll be under perception.
Okay. Where do I... Oh, perception, which I don't have at all. Oh, I'm not proficient in it. I can still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Oh dear, I see nothing.
All right.
Do you have expertise, Truman?
Oh, it's a rogue skill.
Ah, I want it.
Oh, but Truman is busy hiding in the bushes and whatnot.
Yes.
Okay, so Demovar, as you guys are approaching the smoldering ruins and whatnot, you stop and you look down at your feet and you see these tracks in the mud, and it looks like it was a wagon. They're like wagon ruts, and you see where the grass normally grows, right in the middle of those ruts, the grass and whatnot's all burnt. And the tracks from where you're at lead all the way up next to the house.
I'll relay this back to the party, but this sounds awfully a lot like what the innkeeper was saying about the wagon made of fire. Perhaps he wasn't going mad after all.
Okay.
Well, that's it. Is there any sign of anybody left in the house, or help?
You guys quickly go up and look through the house. It does look like there's a couple corpses in there that are burnt beyond recognition. You find 3 corpses, and knowing that Johath, he was this only child to the family, you can make some estimations that probably the whole family died.
How old is Johath?
Johath was 19 years old.
19. So they're the corpses of adults there? 2 adults?
Yes.
Can we tell
3.
if they're male or female? 3
corpses. You can't make out if they were male or female. They're burnt real badly.
Is there anything of value in the house that didn't burn? Any metals or anything interesting?
Let's search.
The only thing that you find that stood up through the fires, you do find a sword that's kind of looks like it slipped off of a mantle where the fireplace was. There's a steel sword there. The handle's pretty badly messed up and charred, but the blade is still intact.
Can I maybe do or can anybody identify it or see if it has any magical properties?
Not me at all.
I've got insight. I don't know if that helps.
No.
Well, let's just take it with us. We could always give it back, give it to Johas if we find him.
Okay.
I don't know if I can carry it though. I'm carrying a lot right now. Oh, Keith, you know I have a horse with me, right?
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot.
Because I wouldn't even be able to end adventure without the horse.
Yeah. The blade weighs about 4 pounds.
Oh, I can always put it in the pack on the horse if you guys want me to stash it.
That's fair enough.
All right. Okay, I touch the blade to see if it's hot, and
It is pretty warm from the fire. It's not super hot, but it's pretty warm.
okay. I guess is it so it's raining? Maybe I'll pick up some water from the ground and kind of douse the sword in the water to try to cool it off before I pick it up.
All right.
And then I stash it in my saddle pack.
Okay.
All right. So we got one. You called it a steel sword,
Mm-hmm.
and it is 4 pounds.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. So you've searched through the runes. The only thing you have found that is of any value anymore is a steel blade. And you found some, what appears to be some type of wagon ruts that lead next to the house. And they lead off in the direction of Vesper Forest.
Oh, gee, what a coincidence.
Alright, well then all we gotta do is head east and find a large rock.
Yes. Okay, now let me check the character sheet real quick here. I know they changed some things. Okay. Vesper Forest. For some reason, that name sounds familiar, and it gives you kind of a sense of dread. Go ahead, and those of you that want to can make a probably a wisdom check under lore.
History?
Yeah, history. There you go. That'll work.
All right.
I was wondering why everyone had gone quiet. I dropped the sink.
History. This gonna suck. Bink.
Okay. Alright, Davkas. You do recall a story shortly after you arrived here in Sabletown when you were, talking with the locals and whatnot. You've heard stories about this Vesper Forest. It's a blighted forest. It's a forest that's no one dares go in it. They say that when you do go into that forest, all sound is muted, and that people, you've heard rumors of kids that'll go up there and dare each other to jump quickly into the forest and try and stay there or whatnot. So they've experienced that sound muteness. But people also feel a weird tingling sensation when they enter that forest. Anyone that actually has stayed there for any length of time has disappeared, never to be seen again.
Does anybody have anything that relies on sound to cast it? Because you may have troubles casting, any shouts or anything that you do that sound.
I'm cool. It's actually Thunderwave.
Be right back, guys.
I don't know so much if that's sound or if it just produces a loud crack.
I'll also be right back.
See if I've got anything that's going to be not...
I know that would actually make it even better. It would make it really powerful and stealthy. Because otherwise it produces a thunderous boom audible within 300 feet. So that means I could use it without fear of consequence.
My thaumaturgy has certain effects, one of them being sound of my voice booming up to 3 times as loud as normal. That might just break everybody's eardrums.
What happened with the history checks? Because I lost sound.
I passed the history check and we found out this Vesper Woods is a place that nobody dares go, and one of the spookiest things about it is as soon as you enter it, there's no sound whatsoever. That's what I understood about it. There's
right.
You can't hear anything. Talking together is going to be impossible, and I think any spells involving any type of sound will probably be muffled or not be heard, or I don't know. Just trying to think ahead here. Did Keith go AFK?
Yep, I'm back.
Alright. Keith, has anybody ever tried to cast a spell involving any kind of sound in this forest, or does it absorb? Do we know anything about whether it absorbs sound, or if creating sound is impossible, or is sound amplified? I guess it wouldn't be amplified if we can't hear anything. It would be absorbed for some reason.
You've never heard of anyone experiment with trying to cast spells within the forest. So
I'm assuming that because there's no sound is because it's being absorbed or canceled out in some way by by the forest.
Yep.
So we can't talk with each other there.
Okay.
Or is it just because the forest itself doesn't make its own noise, but we can make noise? Definitely have to check that before we go deep into the forest.
Alright, so what do you guys want to do at this point then?
Sounds kind of dangerous.
Alright, I loaded up the regional map here. That little blue thing is currently where you're at on the map, just south of town there. Vesker Forest is that set of woods that's kind of east by southeast there, the gray looking area.
Okay. Maybe we should search the surrounding area to see if we can find the sheriff, because if he's looking for him and it took him to the forest and he decided not to go in, he might be looking at the surrounding area. Maybe we can hook up with him and find out what he knows.
Is he with the envoys or whatever from the Solari?
Oh, I'm sorry, did I mishear that?
Yeah, the sheriff,
Yeah,
the
right.
reason why he was asking the innkeep to have you guys looking into
I'm
the
retarded.
disappearance.
Don't mind me.
It's alright. It's
Tom's
alright.
11. My guy's retarded.
I'm not living up to my intelligence at the moment.
Alright, so what do you guys want to do from here?
I think I'd like to investigate the area surrounding it anyways, to see if there's any signs of anything leading into this place.
Yeah, I'll follow along with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are going to head off in the direction of Vesper
South.
Forest then?
Could we leave a little notice with the innkeep, perhaps telling him
that's a good.
we've gone and for the sheriff we've gone as well and where?
That's a good idea.
He might not think to check with the mother.
Okay, so you guys head into town real quick and let everyone know where you're headed off to.
I'm gonna let one of my noblemen know. What are they called? Let's see.
Your retainers?
Yeah, one of my retainers. Know that I'm going on this voyage, and if you don't hear back from me soon, that they could come and find out what's happened or try to find me.
Okay. All right. So you guys
steal my stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't have my loot.
All right. So you guys let everyone know where you're headed, and you leave town, heading in the direction of Vesper Forest. Is there any certain way you want to go about getting there? Make any stops along the way?
Just swampy area and surrounding it. Maybe avoid that for now.
Yeah. Best not to get stuck in the fog on the way to try and rescue our friend and then need rescuing ourselves.
Exactly.
Let's see here. Let me give you guys.
You guys want to go to that square that hex to the southwest of us?
Okay, you guys have control over that token, so you can move it and the token to show how you want to go. Okay. So you guys head in that direction. You guys see that.
Good to you guys?
I'm game.
Yeah.
All right, that's where we're going.
All right. You guys, as you get further out from town, there, head towards Vesper Forest. You start leaving the farmlands behind, and entering in some real plush meadows and whatnot. Overhead, the sun comes out. It starts warming up. The mud starts developing a crust to it as you guys are trudging along in the mud. It looks like the clouds are starting to break up a bit. In the distance up ahead, you can clearly make out Vesper Forest. As you see the forest, it looks like it's decrepit and decaying up ahead. Birds are chirping as you are heading in that direction. You do occasionally see several footprints leading in that direction as you guys are headed that way.
Oh, good.
It looks like someone's been through this way here fairly recently, last day or so.
Just the one person, or?
Yeah, how many people are following this
It looks
trail?
like several tracks of footprints that are leading that way. They're humanoid-sized tracks.
Okay.
So no kids. These are definitely adults.
Yeah, well, Talon and Johash were older teenager boys, so they're not real young kids. So.
Got it.
Have we reached the edge of the forest yet?
Yeah, you guys finally arrive at the edge of the forest. It's afternoon at this point. You guys' stomachs are starting to growl a little bit since you haven't really consumed anything
We have
yet.
something for that.
We got biscuits.
Yeah, I'll test the biscuits. Wait, it could be poisoned.
But
We gotta
yes,
check these biscuits.
Oh man, are you serious?
It would have been a great setup, wouldn't it?
Can anybody detect poison?
Yeah, let's eat one. Let's find out. I'll watch you guys eat one.
I don't have detect poison memorized at this point, or it's not prepared. I guess it doesn't have to be prepared though. Yeah, I can detect poison and disease.
Alright, well I'll tell you what, I'll eat one, and if I fall over, we know what happened.
Okay. You sure you don't want me to detect poison and disease?
No, save yourself.
All right.
Redirect me when I'm afterwards.
All right, sounds good.
All right, I'm going for it. I'm eating a biscuit.
All right, chomp down into the biscuits. Pretty good cornbread muffin.
So far, so good, guys.
All right. You didn't drop. Let's see.
All right.
We have no more muffins. Or did we eat all of them? We ate one each. I don't know how many there were in that basket.
There was a dozen in there.
Oh, it doesn't. 12 muffins. Is that enough for us to eat?
Yeah, let's pound these muffins because if something happens, they steal our muffins, then we lost out. So we might as well eat them while we can.
All right. That's 3 each.
Yep.
We just gorge ourselves on muffins.
Yeah.
Okay. And Demovar, you're noticing as you're eating there and you're observing the wildlife and whatnot, you being a druid that you are, you notice that the animals are keeping distance from that forest. You notice, they may go up near it and then they take a glance at that forest and they quickly run off opposite the forest.
I'm gonna point out these wagon ruts. Before I move off into the shadows.
Yep,
take a
they're
look at
wagon
these.
ruts.
Are they pretty deeply sunk in, like it was a loaded wagon, or maybe it was an empty wagon?
You take a look at those wagon ruts that are entering into the forest near here. They look relatively fresh, but it looks like they're not very deep. And once again, you notice the vegetation near the wagon ruts is like scorched.
Oh my goodness.
Hot wagon.
This is bad. I'm nervous. I sense evil.
Evil gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. Hellhounds. Oh, there we go. Foreboding music.
Oh, it just came on.
Okay, so you guys finally polish off all the cornbread muffins.
Does Detect Evil do anything for us?
Are you going to cast it?
Well, no, because it's anything within 25 feet of us. That doesn't really do much. Yeah, there's no need to do that, I don't think. So I guess we just keep moving forward towards the edge of the forest, and maybe we can play around with the effects of the forest a little bit to see. Oh, somebody dropped off. We lost John.
Dominic.
No.
We lost Dominic.
No.
We lost the Brit. Oh shit.
Oh, we have John. That's right. Jesus.
Oh wait, I can drop. Nice. Okay. You have me convinced. I'm like, oh, I should. Where'd I go? The damn forest.
Lost our Brit. No.
And I'm a Brit.
Hopefully he'll return here soon.
It's either ominous music or we've just entered a soap opera.
Oh. So I guess we didn't lose Dominic. He's still there. It's just his picture dropped off. Weird. Okay. So you can hear us just fine, Dom?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Huh.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
All right.
I was talking, but nobody was responding, and my microphone's not muted, so I have no idea.
Weird. Huh? Okay.
Fascinating.
Right on. Well, hey, let's party. We see a big rock.
Do we?
Yep.
Wow.
Says we noticed a large rock with footprints leading north away from the forest.
What did the instructions tell us to do again? I'm sure it meant
Head north.
Head north from the big rock.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At least that's. I mean, if my memory isn't really great at the moment. I have head east to the Vesterwood and north at the rock.
That's it. That's where the footprints are going. Yep.
And follow the footprints.
Let's do it.
Okay. So you guys follow the footprints that lead north from that large rock, and it looks like it'll actually be about here where they lead to. It looks like as you're leaving from the rock, looked like a couple footprints went into the forest, but there was just that one set of footprints that leads where you guys are headed towards the north there. Anyhow,
So the tracks don't go in there. Just most of the footprints and the tracks are leading us this way.
one set of footprints is heading north. It looks like there's still a couple other ones that actually went into the forest along with the wagon ruts.
Oh, somebody got away.
So anyhow, so you guys are heading north following that set of footprints, right? Or
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys are heading north, and you're approaching an area, and you see out in the distance, it looks like it's kind of some rolling foothills, just a big patch of them. Occasionally sticking out of these rolling foothills, you notice chunks of rock. Some of it looks like some ancient ruins up ahead. And the footprints lead further into the center of all these rolling hills / ruins.
Is there any history about this ruins we should know about? Or is it just a plain old ruins?
You can make a history check.
Let's figure out what's up.
Okay. Anyone else?
Would I know if the chants they look druidic in nature, or...
No.
Okay.
Alright, Dan, you searched through your memories since you've been around the town recently. You've heard nothing about any ruins this close to where town should be.
That doesn't mean much, guys.
Okay. So anyhow, so what are you guys going to do from here?
Carry on towards the ruins, check that out, see where
How
these
far-
footprints go.
I'm sorry?
How far away are the ruins from us?
You're at this point you're getting ready to enter in the ruins if you follow the footprints.
All right, I'm gonna cast detect evil.
Okay. You cast detect evil, and you look about, and you go into a trance as you're focusing, and you scan the area, and you don't find any evil presence within your range.
Within 25 meters or feet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good. That means none of us is evil. All right.
Hey.
All right, should we motor in, guys?
Yep.
Start looking around.
Yeah, I agree. Let's do it.
Okay. So you guys are further following the footprints. The ground, as you get further up into the ruins, becomes really rocky. There's not as much mud or there's a lot of bushes and whatnot, and you're finding it increasingly difficult to follow the tracks at this point.
Oh boy.
And as you get in closer, you're finding more rubble from the ruins. It looks like it may have been either a massive keep, maybe even a huge stone tower of some sort. A lot of stone in ruins here. You don't find anything that with any writing or anything on it yet.
Anything of value that we might be able to find? Like maybe like a shop that might have been ruined but left behind some goods?
No, you at this point you can't make out individual buildings or anything. You could just kind of estimate it. It was a pretty good sized structure at one point, and it looks like the hills are not naturally formed hills, but they're covered over by ruins that are covered over by vegetation at this point.
Okay.
And at this point, you guys are also take a look at the sun where it's currently at, and you know you have just a few more hours of sunlight left before the dusk starts creeping in.
Shall we scout out the ruins and make camp?
Or maybe we can make camp in the ruins. Just look for a spot that looks like a good defensible spot.
That sounds good.
Okay. So you guys start looking for an area that you can set up camp or provide some type of shelter. Everyone give me a perception check, please.
Perception. Oh shit.
Alright, you guys are all looking about. Demovar, you do notice an area. It's got a couple small seedling type trees and some bushes. At the base of a pretty good size hill or chunk of ruins, and as you get closer, you notice some footprints leading through the bushes there, and you part the bushes and you see what appears to be some stairs leading down.
Okay. Can I see anything down the stairs, or?
It's pretty dark. And see, you're an elf, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's too dark, I can just use my wisps and
you can make out the stairs go down into the depths, and it looks like there's a hallway or something down below there. Can't really make out anything beyond that, but you hear real faint chanting sound coming from within.
Okay, I'll flag over the party for that one.
Okay.
And tell them the good news. I found the footprints again. Here's the bad news. Some funky mojo going on down there. Can I make out what they're saying at all? Any language I might recognise, or?
It's so faint you can't pick out what it is. Okay. You can barely hear it with your elven ears.
Is there any light there?
You don't notice any light down there. That's coming up.
Okay.
There could be light down in there, but if there is, it's way up in there.
Are we tired, or are we healthy enough and energetic enough to go on down?
We can eat those, we can eat those biscuits. You know, for sure.
Yeah,
DM, or do we have any negatives to our stats at the moment regarding rest? Okay.
No, you guys had that pretty good sized lunch. You guys have been walking, but you guys are used to walking around and doing lots of labor and whatnot, so it really hasn't taxed you at all yet.
Yeah, we're pretty young. I mean, it's not like we're like us ourselves now. We're kids.
Did we want to check it out at all? Or?
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
I'd like to check it out. I'm going to tie up my horse. Use my rope and tie up the horse, and right now the horse has my adventurer's kit, the food basket, empty food basket actually, and the sword that we found. Should we take the sword with this, or do we want to leave it on the horse?
Leave it on the horse.
Yeah, might as well leave it on the horse.
Okay.
Is there any light source in that key?
You don't see any lights down there.
Yeah, that was a good point. I got some torches in my adventurer's kit I can bring with.
Alright, so
I can make 5 flirty wisps that
There you
fly
go.
around and help them.
see, there's
It's only
Tucker.
dim light though.
I'm gonna stay just ahead of the group and hide in the shadows.
Okay. I'm just
They give us 5.
slowly putting you guys on the map here. Hopefully. Okay, why isn't everyone showing up on the map? Actually, what I'll do is this then. Bear with me here. Oh. Lost everybody. And go copy the tokens from over here. Did I lose sound? Stand by, folks. Still learning Roll20 here, so go get this. Let's see here. Alright, come on. Tucker. So now we need demo var. Truman's character. refreshing. Looks like I lost my sound. Stand by for contact. Alright, looks like I'm back. Is everyone else there?
Hey.
Okay. Oops. Should not be hearing no tavern. Alright, let's see here. Yes, I'm here, Truman. Looks like we're going to have some issues. We're probably a lot of...
Yay, audio problems.
Yeah. Don't you love it? Dan, Dan, are you there? I can't hear Dan. Or, he's not there. John, can you hear me? No.
It's gone.
Looked like he popped
Yeah,
off.
it's just gone even.
Crazy. I didn't see him refresh. He was still sitting there. There we go. Alright.
Well, someone's back.
Yeah.
Back loop.
Yep. Is that Truman?
Hey.
Truman. John. You guys here? Damn. Hello? Hello?
Who can actually hear Keith? Because I can.
Can you hear any of them, Dom?
I can hear everybody else.
Okay, so I'm just gonna exit out and completely come back in then. So I'll be back in just a minute.
That's it. I've got to relay messages to everybody in the party.
Ugh.